So going back, the macro trends are the economy.
Right.
So shifts that happen to your market as a whole.
Mm-hmm.
And there's not a national real estate market. They're all hyper local. So what happens in our market might be different than your market. So those macro trends are probably pretty market specific.
Yeah.
But then you have micro trends that are more personal.
Mm-hmm.
So we talk about the 4Ds: death, divorce, disaster, and debt.
Yeah.
So these are things that derail people's personal lives and cause a move. And there's also positive personal changes, adding children. I know we've got a baby coming. If we decide for a third, I don't know that the house we're in right now is going to suit our needs. So we'll probably be looking for a new house at that point.
And if we were in a situation where we didn't have a lot of income, adding another child could mean that we need to hire a babysitter, or it might mean we have to send our kids to a certain kind of school.
Right.
And it might hurt us financially and have to downsize the house.
Right.
And it might put us, in that trend of having to sell because we had a positive thing happen, but now we have to adjust for it.
Right.
So,
right.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of situations that can cause people to be motivated to sell their property. And with that motivation comes the opportunity to make a deal. And it's a win-win situation. You're not trying to pull one over on this person or anything like that. You're trying to help them solve their problem. And you have to solve your problem, which is, I'm assuming, some kind of financial gain for you. But at the end of the day, it's a win-win situation, not something where you win and they lose.
Yeah, what I've found from talking to hundreds of people in this industry over the past, 5 years is that if you're in this business for the right reasons, which is to help people solve their problems, you're going to be able to experience a much larger level of success than those that are just chasing the dollar.
Right.
You've got to be into it for more than just income. You've got to find some type of joy and fulfillment that comes with solving people's problems. Because if you're in it just for the money, and you're not willing, well, not just not willing, but and you're not experiencing, personal, satisfaction for solving people's problems, then in a very, delicate market, such as, a market where there's a lot of foreclosures, or a market where you're trying to find houses where spouses have died, if you're not at that kitchen table or on the phone or, somewhere talking to that seller, that potential seller, and being able to truly express your sincere interest in solving their problems, you're not going to get that lead. You're not going to get that home. Who's going to get that home is the person that shows up and shows them that you really care about solving their problems. And I'm not telling you to fake it. I'm telling you to actually mean it. You got to show up and say, I'm very sorry for what you're going through. And I understand it's tough. And yes, my business is buying rental properties, or my business is buying houses to flip, right? And you share that up front. You say, that is my business. But my business is also to get you out of this situation and get you into a better situation. And so you got to truly mean it.
Yeah.
And you got to be able to convey that when you're talking to them. And you can't convey falseness. You can't convey that you really want something better for them when your previous actions have said everything but that.
Right.
You got to make sure that all the relationships that you have built up to that point are positive as well. And that everyone that say it's Sally that you're buying the house from and her husband passed away, and she's like, well, I don't know, I don't feel good about it. You want to be able to tell Sally, call my friends. I want you to call my friends and past people that I've helped out in these situations. You want Sally to be able to call them, and they pick up the phone and say, you got to work with him, or you got to work with her. Yes, he's going to make money, but you're not going to be in this situation anymore.
Right. We